Help me hit 7,000 subscribers. Support the video with a like and share your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. Thank you. My name is Callum Hayes, and until a few months ago, I thought my marriage was the kind that other people envied. Steady, practical, built on small rituals. My wife, Riley, was the type of woman people described as put together. Organized. Sharp. Charming in a way that made strangers feel like they already knew her. I used to love that about her. But if I'm honest, the past year had felt off. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud. Just a quiet shift. Like waking up one day and realizing your house has tilted half an inch to the left. Riley was always busy, always tired, and always just heading out for a bit with the girls. I didn't complain. She deserved her space. Or at least I thought so. Everything changed on a Tuesday afternoon so ordinary that it almost feels staged now. I was sitting in a small corner cafe downtown. The kind that tries too hard with exposed brick and Edison bulbs. Nursing a lukewarm latte and answering emails on my laptop. The lunch crowd was thinning out when the bell above the door chimed softly. A woman walked in. And not just any woman. She was stunning in a way that wasn't loud. More like someone who didn't realize how beautiful she was. Soft curls, dark eyes, a calm confidence in the way she moved. She scanned the room once, and when her gaze landed on me, something flashed in her expression. Recognition? Relief? Couldn't tell. Then she walked straight toward me. Without asking, she slid into the seat across from mine. Calm. Direct. Almost too composed. "Are you Callum Hayes?" she asked. I blinked. Yes. Do I know you?" "No," she said, folding her hands neatly on the table. "But I know your wife." She paused, then added quietly, "And I think we need to talk." My stomach tightened, but before I could speak, she exhaled slowly, as if steadying herself. "My name is Alara Quinn," she said, "and your wife is dating my husband." For a second, the cafe noise muted into a distant hum. The only thing I heard clearly was the soft click of my heartbeat in my ears. I stared at her. I think you've made a mistake." Alara shook her head gently. "I wish I had." She reached into her tote bag and pulled out her phone. With one swipe, she turned the screen toward me. There they were, Riley, and a man I'd never seen before, sitting close in what looked like a wine bar, hands touching, laughing, whispering. His arm around her waist in another photo, her head on his shoulder in the next. The timestamp was from 3 days ago, the night she told me she was helping her friend move. My throat went dry. For a moment I didn't say anything. Couldn't. I just stared at the woman in front of me who had dropped this truth into my lap with the precision of a surgeon. She watched me carefully, not pitying, not smug, just steady. "I'm sorry," she said softly. "I know this hurts. Believe me, I've been going through this alone for months." I finally found my voice. "Months?" She nodded. "I suspected something earlier, but I only confirmed it yesterday. And when I confronted my husband, he admitted it immediately. He said he and Riley were soulmates." Her voice cracked slightly at the word, the first sign she was human after all. "He told me their affair started last spring." Last spring. My mind replayed everything. Late-night showers, sudden gym routines, new clothes she claimed were on sale, locked phones, extra makeup for girls' nights. "How did you find me?" I asked numbly. Alara gave a faint, humorless smile. "He mentioned your name once by accident. I remembered it." She paused. "I didn't come here to fight or blame you. I just thought we deserved the truth. Both of us." For a long moment we just sat there, two strangers connected only by betrayal. The air between us felt heavy, like we were sitting inside someone else's confession. Then Alara leaned forward slightly, lowering her voice. "I don't want revenge," she said, "but I don't want to be blindsided ever again." And I thought, maybe you don't either. I swallowed. "What are you suggesting?" She hesitated, choosing her words carefully. "I'm suggesting," she said slowly, "that we work together, not to hurt them, just to show them that we know, and that they can't treat us like we're fools." A strange, Quiet strength flickered through her expression. Not anger, she added. Just clarity. I exhaled, long, shaky, surprising even myself. You want to confront them? Not confront, she corrected. Just give them a surprise they won't expect. The idea unsettled me. And yet, something inside me, something tired and bruised, leaned toward it. What kind of surprise? I asked. This time, a small, resolute smile curved on her lips. One that tells the truth, she said. I didn't agree right away. My instinct was to go home, sit in my car for an hour, and pretend the world wasn't cracking open under my feet. But something about the way Alara spoke, calm, controlled, almost painfully rational, kept me sitting there. She wasn't impulsive. She wasn't vengeful. She was a woman who had already cried her tears and was now operating on the quiet strength of truth. What exactly do you have in mind? I finally asked. Alara reached into her bag again, pulling out a slim notebook this time. She opened it to a page covered in neat handwriting and small bullet points. It hit me then. She had been carrying this alone for a long time. They're meeting tonight, she said. A little place on Hawthorne Street. I checked the reservation under my husband's account. She looked up. We go separately. We wait. When the time is right, we walk in. Together. I blinked. Just walk in. Yes, she said simply. No yelling. No drama. No scene. We just let them see us standing there. Let them sit with the shame they thought they'd never face. There was something elegant in the simplicity. Something controlled. A part of me, quiet and exhausted, found relief in it. I nodded slowly. Okay, I'm in. Her shoulders softened just a fraction, as though she'd been holding her breath. We exchanged numbers, then parted ways with a strange, indescribable connection that betrayal forges between two people who deserved better. The restaurant was dimly lit, all amber tones and soft jazz. I arrived first, wearing the kind of neutral expression that hides a storm. I waited in my car until I saw Alara's headlights sweep across the parking lot. She stepped out in a dark coat, her hair pulled back, her posture straight, like she was walking into a courtroom she already knew she'd win. We didn't greet each other. Words seemed unnecessary. Instead, we walked side by side toward the entrance. Through the window, I saw them before we even stepped inside. Riley, laughing, touching the sleeve of the man across from her, Alara's husband, Rowan. He leaned in closer, his hand grazing hers like they were sharing some private universe. My chest tightened, but not the way I expected. No rage, no urge to flip the table, just a deep, hollow clarity. Alara noticed it too. Her breath hitched softly, but she didn't break stride. When we reached the doorway, she paused for half a second. Ready? She whispered. Yeah, I said. We walked in. No one paid attention at first. The hostess glanced up, smiling politely, but everything around us blurred the moment their table came into view. Riley saw us first. Her smile froze mid-laugh. Her eyes widened, confusion first, then horror, then disbelief. She straightened so quickly she nearly knocked over her wine glass. Rowan turned, slower, almost annoyed, until he saw Alara. His face drained of color. Neither of us said anything. We just stood there, Alara on my right, me on her left, like two pieces of a truth they thought they'd buried. Riley finally spoke, her voice trembling. See Callum? What are you doing here? I didn't answer. Alara's gaze didn't waver. She looked at Rowan the way someone looks at a stranger trying to borrow their car. Calm, unimpressed, done. Rowan swallowed hard. Alara, it's not what you think. She raised an eyebrow. Rowan, you're having dinner with your affair partner. I think it's exactly what I think. Silence swept over the table like a cold wind. Riley pushed back her chair, forcing a brittle smile. Callum, this isn't. Stop, I said quietly. She froze. I'm not here to argue, I continued. I'm not here to create a scene. I'm just here so you know I know. Her mouth opened, then closed. Her eyes flicked between me and Alara, panic rising like a tide. Alara stepped forward just a little, not aggressive, just resolute. We wanted you both to see that lies don't stay hidden forever. Rowan stared at his hands, unable to look up. Riley's face crumpled, but no apology came. Just excuses forming behind her eyes. I didn't want to hear them. I exhaled slowly, the weight in my chest shifting, loosening. We'll talk later, I said. But not tonight. I turned to leave, and Alara followed. As we walked out, I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The silence behind us told me everything. Outside, the night air felt colder than before, but cleaner somehow, like a storm had passed even though no rain had fallen. Alara stopped beside me. For the first time tonight, her composure cracked just a little. She wrapped her arms around herself, exhaling shakily. "Thank you," she murmured, "for not letting me walk in there alone." I shook my head. "You did most of the heavy lifting." She gave a faint, tired smile. "I think we both did." For a moment, we stood there in the parking lot, two strangers connected not by love or friendship, but by truth. And maybe that was enough. "Whatever happens next," she said softly. "At least now we're free from not knowing." I nodded. "Yeah, we are." We said goodbye quietly. No long speech, no dramatic pause. Just two people choosing clarity over chaos. And as I watched her leave, I realized something simple and surprisingly steady settling in my chest. The truth hurts, but lies ruin you. And tonight, I finally chose the truth.